Hi, this is editing Carissa, just joining you to let you know the audio wasn't that great in this video. I would appreciate your patience, but yeah, enjoy the video as you watch me plant the shrubs I got from that last haul.
Hey, welcome back. Today I'm going to be planting my haul. I ordered these off greatplants.com and it is overdue to plant these items. I'm so grateful we've had an extended fall. It's about mid-November right now, and we've had a light frost, but no hard freezes yet, and I'm so thankful for that. It gives me time to get these plants in the ground and get their roots a little bit established before winter comes. I don't know about you, but our temperatures have been about 8 degrees during the day. I think that's about 46 Fahrenheit, and only like -2 at night, which is, I forget what that is, but so mild for this time of year. Really enjoying the extended time I have to be out in the garden. So I'll take you along. I'll show you the places I have in store for these plants, and I will show you where they are going to go. If you haven't seen my haul video where I purchased these plants, where I unboxed these plants, I'll link it below. It's the first time I ordered plants online. Super thrilled with the quality. They are small because, you know, shipping plants is quite expensive. So yeah, I was warned online that they would be a smaller size. These are quart-size plants, but it'll make it a lot easier to get these plants in the ground. I'm thinking only a small little shovel is needed to plant these plants. And then come spring, they will have rested all winter. The roots will start to get established, and I think they'll put on some good growth in the spring. So this is my first spot. This is obviously a very big eyesore. And in order to hide some of these utilities, I've been planting up this garden bed. We added this garden bed when we first moved in, and it just really added a lot to this side yard. This is the garden bed just off of our house. And as you can see, we've got a little bit of the ugly stuff on the side of the house, so this garden really helps to mask it. And if you saw my visit to VanDusen Gardens, I was inspired by their black and gold garden. So after seeing that, I really wanted to sort of dedicate this space to have black and gold elements. Black meaning, you know, dark burgundy foliage, and gold meaning that chartreuse. So not technically a black and gold garden, but that's the name of theirs, so that's what I'm gonna name mine. Anyway, I had a azalea here that died. I'm not sure what happened. It had everything it needed. I planted 2, the other one made it, this one didn't. So it gave me an opportunity to put something else here. And then I realized lemony lace elderberries tolerate some shade, because this just gets some hot afternoon sun, which I'm thinking this will tolerate because elderberries do great in full sun. So I think this will be a great spot to sort of mask some of the utilities, but also add that beautiful chartreuse green. So I'm gonna pop that in right here. And lemony lace elderberries do stay a little bit smaller than the black lace elderberry. These are 4 to 7 foot tall and wide. So with, I think, a little bit of pruning, I think it'll be great for this spot. It's not a huge area, but I think it'll be fine in this area. So here is the plant. And like I said, they're very small. It's a quart size, but those roots are so established. I think it's gonna be great come spring. All right, so there it is, very tiny. And now that I'm seeing the drip there, I think that was the reason why my azalea didn't make it. I think I had to add that drip, so I'm thankful I added that. This one will have a chance now. So yeah, there it is. We've got some heuchera, a stilby, and a fern. Just some nice shade-loving plants. I think it's going to be a really nice pop of chartreuse, like I said, to cover up our meter here. All right, we are in our next location. This is a new garden. If you are new here as well, we just sort of reclaimed this space. We're building the greenhouse just off camera to the side there. And it was sort of a holding area for construction materials, but now we wanted to beautify this space. So that is why it is a tiny little garden. It's coming along. We just planted this garden. And to add to it, I thought that this would be a really nice texture. This grass just gives it such a whimsical look as the grass just waves in the wind. So I'm thinking this will be really nice in the foreground, just in front of the upright junipers. Really nice texture. So these are Panicum Apache Rose or Prairie Winds, and I believe they get about 4 foot tall. really nice size to these grass. And the thing that sold me was the name Apache Rose. So they get this pink sort of texture on the very tips that I think is going to be really, really beautiful in the garden. Pink is my favorite color. All right, the last addition for this flower bed are a couple baptisias. I want to say Decadence Vanilla and then a chocolate. I will put the details on the screen. Another lemony lace elderberry. Again, that beautiful leaf texture. This is sort of a sad example, but I can see sprouts for the coming year. Super exciting. It just gives you that sort of the look of a Japanese maple, which I really like. We can't have them here. We're a zone too cold for Japanese maple. And then last in this area, I'm going to do the false cypress, and this is gold mop. Love that. That's so pretty. All right, here we are at the end of the bed. We have the false cypress gold mop there, the lemony lace elderberry, tiny as it is, it's right there. And then the two baptisias there. And then again, just for reference, we've got the panicums back there. I think it's really coming along. I probably have more space for some smaller perennials in this area, but I'm really excited about how this is coming along. Okay, on to our next location. Okay, the last location I have for these plants is this new garden that I also added recently. I sort of reclaimed an old pasture, used the old compost soil that we had to make some beds, and now this is sort of like the beginnings of a secret garden, I guess. I'm hoping it sort of grows and matures and the bushes get a little bit larger, and it's almost like this hidden secret area where you're kind of wondering what is around the corner. Okay, so in this area, this was a gift from the Great Garden Plants. It's a flavorette rose, which was really, really exciting to open up. I'm going to put that in here because deer do like roses, but this area is a little bit more protected. I'm assuming, hope I'm not wrong with this assumption, that the deer might not bother coming in this area once we have like a little garden gate. There's not a very tall fence in here, but it's enough to sort of deter them a little bit from coming in. So the rose is going to get in here. Also, I've got 3 winter berries. So I've got the Mr. Poppins, which is needed in order to pollinate to get those beautiful berries that we all want. A winterberry holly, and then a berry heavy, the gold one. So I'll be placing all of those in here as well. The only one that stays a little bit smaller is the berry poppins, which is the traditional red color. The other ones stay a bit bigger. The other ones get a bit bigger. Winterberry holly, berry heavy gold, I think gets to be about 8 feet tall and wide, and also the Mr. Poppins gets to be quite large as well. So I'm going to use these to my advantage and use them where I want a little bit more privacy. Like I said, I want you to sort of want to go around the corner, so a little bit of privacy in this area to sort of engage you to go a little bit further. And then last but not least, I have my black lace elderberry. I'm not sure if I'm going to be putting it in here, but I might have to get creative. Running out of room a little bit. Okay, so let's get these in their spots. Okay, my first one is going to be this, a Flavorette Rose. Like I said, I think it gets to be about 4 by 4. Actually smaller, about 3 or 4 foot tall to 3 foot wide. So it'll be a little bit smaller, but I think it's going to be a nice spot just to put back against the fence here. So we'll plug that in there. Okay, I think that's going to be nice there. It's going to stay pretty tiny, but it might even encroach under the fence a little bit. We might get some deer nibble, but that's okay. It'll kind of keep it in place, and then it'll sort of encompass this back half of the bed right there. All right, our next location is a little bit of an eyesore, as you can see, so I'm hoping to use the Mr. Poppins to kind of mask some of this paraphernalia of the chickens. Okay, so let's plug in the Mr. Poppins back there. I still have some cleanup to do. You can see I threw a bunch of sticks there from some pruning jobs we had, but I need to throw those over and get rid of them. But for now, let's plant a bush in front of it. So here is that winterberry holly, like I said, the Mr. Poppins. I heard that they don't get berries, but it looks like this picture shows that they do. They do get a white flower, which obviously is to pollinate the female. Okay, this one actually stays a little smaller. This is 3 to 4 foot tall and wide, the Mr. Poppins. I'm pretty sure the Berry Heavy gets larger. Let's double check that. And there's a picture sort of covered by the label, but you can see those beautiful gold berries. And this one, yeah, this is 6 to 8 foot tall and wide. So let's plug that in there to sort of mask my little channel there. If you don't know, a channel is a chicken tunnel, and it is there to allow our chickens to get into their yard to sort of free range in a little bit more of a protected space. So there you go, the winterberry holly in this location here. And then moving along, let's put the berry poppins over here. I'm really happy with the root systems on these. Like I said, they're a smaller size, but they look so healthy. I think it's going to produce a lot of growth in the coming year. And just moving past here, at the very end of this bank of lilacs, we're going to put the Mr. Poppins. All right, let's do a little run through. So at the end of this chicken run, you can see I did the Mr. Poppins. And then moving past the lilacs, like I said in my previous video, this area is not done. We still have to finish up the pathways and the edging and all of that. And then we have the winterberry and the gold berry heavy. I think those are going to be really, really nice here. They don't need a tremendous amount of light because they will get shaded in the morning, but they will get at least 4 to 6 hours of sun in the afternoon. And then, of course, moving up here, we planted this area together. This was the upper portion where we put the Flavorette Rose. All right, the last one, I found a spot. The black lace elderberry is going to go here. I'm hoping it has enough room here. We've got a couple smaller shrubs in this area, but I think it's going to provide that beautiful burgundy texture. I've got 9 barks on the other side. I think it'll really be a nice continuous sort of look. Really nice. Really
All right, there's the last one, the elderberry, just right there. Again, excuse the edging, it's not done yet. My daughter joined us to try and capture the chickens. Well, that's all for today. I hope you enjoyed sort of tinkering around the yard, plugging in a few of the empty spots. Really excited to see what kind of growth these plants put on in the springtime, and just a really nice variety. Anyway, thanks for joining me, and I'll see you next time. Bye.